we've gone live, of course. I'm trying to make sure that this. Oh my God! Oh wow! It truly is the beginning of the Christmas period when the second refresh of the screen and it actually comes up with the chat. It can only be good from here, right? We're a few days from 3030 on the slow, inexorable grind toward the year 3039, where a technical readout will be produced that will cover all the basics of that era, i.e. they'll just reprint a lot of the mechs that were already in previous TROs, but with a slightly updated or not changed readout. As we sit here in space at a sick system that has probably got missions that are probably too difficult for me to do. Let's have a look at the store. Dervish, Enforcer, Javelin, Griffin, Hunchy, Jaeger, Javelin, Locust, Mongoose, Oscout, Shadowhawk, Trebuchet, Wasp, some decent bits and pieces here and there, but nothing that's ever really that important. Black market, of course. Let's have a look at the contract, see what's available. We're at the Helen system. No, these are all missions that are not going to be very useful for me. These are all going to be dangerous, horrible, deadly worlds. Obviously, at this point, I think the Fourth Succession War, technically in canon, is dead at this point, 3029. Just on 3039, but we see that Davian took a whole bunch of systems. They went in there. They went in deep. They grabbed some systems by the balls. They took them off the Capellans. It was a bit weird. I'm not sure if there's some kind of dynamic kind of system going on here. They did capture systems like Lao, but I'm pretty sure that they should have taken this top sector of Capellan space, historically speaking, so that's why I'm wondering if it was some kind of dynamic system that the mod rolled for a number of planets switching hands. Still though, the map physically changed a little bit. But maybe it's time to start, drifting north, where we're going to be going along this Curitan border, maybe start swinging up into the northern territories, where we start making friends with a different faction. Maybe we start making friends with the Drax. Because the Drax have got their own shit, right? We're not going to be going over to the likes of like Galtor or Marduk or anything like that, So we could go over to the Galtor system. But the war for Galtor has been and gone. It happened. It's done and dusted. So, you know what? We're going to start trying to work for Nirasaki. Right, so apparently because of my alliance with Davian, my rep with the faction can never rise above 0. Well, we might be able to solve that. We'll be able to solve that problem. And then it's like captain's quarters and rep, I believe. Everyone be turning up for the MWO stream. They might be. Because we do have a few. Apparently, I'm enemies with Rauselhag, which is interesting, considering they're not even on the map yet. The Ark Royal Defense Cordon. Some of this is quite weird. I'm not asked about being enemies with the Capellans, but you know what? I think we've been allies with. Oh, it can have long-lasting consequences. Oh, I'm so afraid. Right, I'm disliked by the Combine, but we'll sort that out. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? Right, back to the star map. Let's hop on over. We'll go to Nirasaki.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
We'll get a milquetoast mission. We'll also pay Darius, the thieving bastard. Oh, no, we won't. Oh, wow, we'll just... Oh, God, what's going on now? Right, go to the gym, punch the crap out of each other. Oh, great, Wedge is injured. Oh, for fuck's sake. You're supposed to have a boxing match. It wasn't supposed to be Mortal Kombat. For fuck's sake. The machine shop's finished. Oh, well, this is just bloody typical. Why give it as an option? Oh, have them fight out in the ring. That's what you got the gym for. It's a bonus. Fucking thieving bastard. Nearly $1 million. You're doing good. There seems to be a way to play Darktide together. Too much bother. Picked it up on Steam. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, I suppose that's the advantage. The big advantage of Game Pass is that, yeah, if it's new, you can play it there and then, but then they have that weird, like, kind of gating system where they won't allow you to play on, like, with friends on Epic, friends on GOG, friends on Steam. It's a bit frustrating, but I can completely see the benefit in a lot of the other systems around Game Pass. Pirates ambush the Argo. You know what? I'll just pay him off. I don't give a shit about the morale decreasing. I don't want to roll something where the ship gets damaged and everyone gets fucking wounded or some shit. Let's just avoid that, okay? Let's just get to Nirasaki.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
I don't know why I'm clicking this store. It's not gonna be anything good in there. Okay, that is a weird looking charger. That is a strange looking fucking charger. I don't know what's going on with the model though, but that is different. It's unique. They have a lot here. They've got a fucking wyvern. It doesn't look like a wyvern, but they've got one. Okie dokie, right. Contracts. Looks like Wedge is back in the pilot seat. See, that still says I broke the alliance. Alright, there we go. I had to click that twice? Okay, that doesn't make much sense. Oh, there we go, right, so now there's no red box around it. Okay. Alright, what have we got? Festive couple. What? Insurrection interception. Insurrection interception. Alright, well... well, that's just a murder mission. We'll just do nice, simple murder. The Lyran Commonwealth. Oh, okay. Well, do we have any missions for the Lyrans here? We do. We have the B team and Fire for Effect. Fire for Effect is a target acquisition. The B team is a base capture with the locals. I can't quite remember how this one works. Oh, you see that'll push me into liked, which is good. We don't mind that. So I'd get to bring Roundup and 2 of my boys. And then we'd have those light mechs. And that's not the worst. For a half skull. It'll be fine. As it seems to be a fat shark thing. Most games do a form of network connection on their servers, leaving it to the launcher to gate the players is stupid. Yeah. Fat Shark have made some questionable choices with the launch of Darktide. They're lucky that I think there was just so many people who were just really up for playing a 40k game that's basically Vermintide in space. So at least they had that. Do 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 do. Dee. Right. Oh yeah, I'm thinking, oh yeah, it'll prep this quick. Yeah, it never does. I'm still waiting for my my Astra Militarum box to arrive, hoping it'll arrive today. Well, we could play some later, man. We'll get some like level 1 missions done. Get you enough Auto credits to be able to nab yourself some good gear.
Roger that.
Right, well, let's just get these idiots rolling forward. Trigger in fire support position. And then the game fucking... Oh! Right, there we go.
Location confirmed.
You wait for a sandwich toaster to arrive. Less exciting than the 40k box. Hey, if you like sandwiches, it's a damn good thing to have arrive.
Move into position. On my way.
Confirmed.
Stick the awesome up on a hill.
Acknowledge, Commander.
I think is a natural place for an awesome to be, just sat on the top of a hill, ready to rain down death. Electric Death. That's probably the name of a band that Davros listened to back in the day. Oh no, engines.
Aye.
I got you.
Okay, well he's gonna occupy the base. Since he's in the commando, he'll have the best chance of doing that. He's in the Panther, which... Jump him over to those trees for now on that side. And the same with the Herbie. Hey chappie, how you doing? Let's keep him there and have the guillotine go forward more, because, yeah, they're heavy. Right, pacify the area around the base. Well, that'll be where the little commando's gonna have to do a little bit of scouting.
I'm walking here.
I'll walk in here.
Roger.
I'm just gonna keep the guillotine there because I'm waiting for these guys to. There we go. Taking a quick break from Hive Clearance and Dark Tide. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It is a really fun game, isn't it, chappie? The one thing they've nailed, the look of the universe, it's absolutely spot on.
Confirmed.
Oh, Papa Rabuzi making an appearance today.
Yes, Commander. Copy that, Commander.
I did find it funny yesterday, Naman, when we were on Dark Tide, and me and the bro were like, there's like a weird thing that's talking over there.
No love on that strike.
I was like, what the fuck? You know, it's like, oh, they're talking about a demon host and all this stuff, and Front is somehow completely clueless to the horrible demon-possessed person that's just sat on the floor in front of him. He just walks into it and then goes, I couldn't see it. Like, it's right fucking there. How did you miss him?
Here it comes.
And then he beat the crap out of the bros. Out of the bros ogre and almost choked him to death. New maps today showing the outer high wall. Scale's huge. Alright. Oof. That would be an unpleasant experience for any Locust pilot. To suddenly have an awesome rock up on you and like drop 3 PPCs. Yeah, it was mentioned ages before, but somehow apparently you couldn't see it. There's actually another game I'm really looking forward to releasing tomorrow is Marvel Midnight Suns. I'm hoping there's a preload for it tonight, but I'm assuming there won't be, sadly.
Copy that.
Where's stubble? No, I want pontoon.
I'm there.
I need to get as close as possible.
Take this.
Oh, the AC hit. Nice.
Reporting critical hit.
Yeah, anyway, chappie, yeah, we arrived out on the stream today. It's relatively quiet. Usually, by now we've had a few people who've popped their head round the door, but one of those quiet Thursdays, I think. Are you trying to finish up the Dilgar ship? Oh, that'd be so cool. Any of those bolts are gonna look really good. Oh, we've got the best. Didn't want to shoot the leg, I want to shoot the CT, but okay. Well, I can't complain. My Arrestees class is going to be on the table. It's going to look fucking swish, and I hope Varg doesn't kill it, because I'll be very sad. Right. Well, you did just get up, so... Christ, I'm lucky there isn't friendly fire. That first BBC would have smacked the guillotine right in the side. It's this new model syndrome. First time it's on the table, it'll die. You know, my luck, it probably will. I'll be too afraid to move it around as well. I'll be like, no, what if it gets shot? I don't want it to get hurt.
All weapons are go. Target neutralized.
Is that it? I mean, it is a half skull. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I should focus on working for the Lyrans now. Or both if they, if obviously they have a slightly different setup. Yeah, just grab both the mech parts. Can sell the Locust, make a bit of money. I got all the salvage from that. But yeah, that's like saying, oh look, I got all the shit in this box. Wind. Depending on map, there are chances that wind can be in effect. Yes, there's a lot of the background things in this mod that can be in effect. Oh yeah, I've got the... Yeah, this is why I got the machine shop, so now I can actually make it into a different variant if I have the spare parts. I don't have a 1K Wasp. I will add it to the collection. But I do have both of these Locusts, so... we have parts of fully mech, but what should I build? Build a 1V and then sell it. Yeah, I made it live last night and I did notice it. It got some comments pretty quick with the Galta one I was quite happy with. Before it even went live though, it already had 3 content ID claims. 2 of them from the company that deals with... 9 Inch Nails music, and I'm not surprised. I was expecting there to be something with regards to that. And one of them was from another company, which, again, I wasn't surprised, because at least one of those tracks said that there would be content ID unless you basically bought a license. Which is fine, you know. I'm glad I could finally get part 1 done. I do have enough recorded for part 2. But this weekend I'm going to record more for part 3. And depending how well that goes, maybe some of part 4. I wish there were more books like that from the older stuff that was set in the Innisphere forces fighting each other, but there really isn't. No specific ones about a particular world of a particular battle anyway. There's obviously books that talk about certain conflicts happening and little bits here and there, but yeah, it's not quite on the same scale. Right, we're going to Deeren now. But we're going to throw a party in the lounge for King Wolf. Yay! You've been with this mercenary company collectively for 10 fucking years. I hope these pilots don't retire due to age. That would suck. Roll up to 30, 49 and the pilots are just fucking old. And there's a full dragon. Ossol, what else you got here? Stalker. Get a lot of your... some crap here and there. Okie dokie. ambush convoy, not my kind of mission. Last minute replacements, duo duel. The A team instead of the B team. A high tonnage 3rd Donegal Guards Lance will shortly make planetfall. This is one of House Steiner's highest rated units. Intel suggests it's the vanguard of a larger force and they're scouting for a suitable landing, so that we need a competent merc company to intercept, stop the invasion before it gets underway. If their planet-side allies send any support, you have to wipe them out as well. Okay. The other one is last minute, yeah, the last minute replacements. We're in a bit of trouble. Two of our pilots challenged 2 long-standing Davian duelists to a fight. Only now our pilots are nowhere to be found. Hey, Dun Grizzly, how you doing? Oh, sorry, was that you said before? Naman Geltor's a nice book. There are a couple of dealing with some of the lesser merc companies. Yeah, there's some of those will probably be good. This is good. You come, you sit, you lurk. You need to be a little more social at work today. Yeah, no worries, Dun Grizzly, no worries. It's a quiet day, Grizzly, so I won't worry about it. I think it's you, Naman, Chappie. Just listening to me ramble. And, oh yeah, there's rolling metal. Ah, shit. This sucks, because I'm going to have to go to another system. None of those missions are really going to play out for me. I don't want to get into a scrap with the 3rd Donegal Guards. The fuck was that noise, then? Was that a noise in game? What the fuck was that? Was that... The fuck was that noise? Yeah, alright, we'll go to Yuri.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
The Drax just don't have anything that they can offer me. The 3rd Donegal heard my Irish accent. Hey, Kulsh. Oh, don't worry, Kulsh. You'd have plenty of camo anyway, because I can't see shit on this. Once I've mentioned it before. Once a long time ago, I used to be able to fucking see everybody in chat and all the rest of it. No fucking problem. And then they did an update on this, and there's no way that I can see all of the fucking names now of people who are in the chat on the browser version on the tablet. Don't know why it does that. Now, your job is not to start titting around with medium lasers. Put that down. I'm also pretty sure that the Comstar News bulletin things, I think they only work for a certain amount of time within the starter point of the campaign you pick. So if I'd picked to start this at, you know, the War of 3039, there would have been like a flood of news items and gear like that. Or I think there's a full Succession War start. Jesus, this place is fucking stacked with mechs. Repossession. Yeah, Davian's not very happy with me. Okay, I don't know. You break one contract with them. Oh, and the world's fucking falling apart around them. So that's against the Lyra and so on. Retaliation is an attack and defend. Who's that against? Probably the Drax. Oh, against the Capellans. Yeah, whatever. Oh god, really? You're gonna make me redo my whole fucking lance? Okay. Oh, shit. I can't remember the order they were all in. Oh, yeah, the Lancelot was going to replace the Rifleman. I remember that. I think the Lancelot was slot 3. Well, the Rifleman used to be slot 3. We had the Archer was down here. And... oh, God, yeah, we've got an Orion now as well. Yeah, the whole structure of the Lance changed, didn't it? I guess the 2 assault mechs there. Then we've got the Archer. I think there was a Whammer, but I think that's going to change to an Orion now. And basically just got my choice of heavy, haven't I? Probably the Warhammer over the Guillotine just because of its PPCs and Warhammer. Are you experiencing the same issues? I remember then Discord updated on your phone and now you can't use it. Yeah, this happened ages ago. I don't know why it did it. I don't know why it changed like that. Oh god, Wedge was in the Archer. King Wolf was in the Orion. Squire was in the Rifleman. Hardcore was in the Guillotine. Okay. Some pilots are going to get pissed because they're in different mechs now. Your biggest pet peeve with the B team or dual mission is the rearrangement of your Lance and pilots. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Why it couldn't just save it between missions. Or even if you can make a pre-save config of pilots, especially because I know some players obviously have like a whole fucking, like a battalion's worth of pilots that they've been hiring as they've been going along, and you know, they've got their own special setups for mechs. For different mission types. This is my Rolling Thunder company. This is my Fast Cavalry company. It's an interesting thing. I don't know if anyone's read the MechWarrior 5 DLC thing that's coming along. But one of the things he said was they were going to expand the mech bay in there so you can see more of your mechs readied. So that's interesting, because does that mean we're in some kind of bigger Leopard class? Because, you know, they can only have 4 mechs. And in MechWarrior 5, we always drop in a Leopard class. I love how the Lance rains down like it's a fucking Terminator squad just in drop pods.
Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, let's fucking do this. Find the road system that will actually take us toward the objective. 10 forward. Yeah, and then his accent will change again.
Heading out.
Copy that, Commander.
Oh, Lancelot's a thing of beauty. Oh, look at you. Your weird cockpit. I don't know what's going on with the cockpit, but it's very shiny.
You got it.
Oh.
Order acknowledged.
Whilst this banana took the Leopard to Halford to got the big subwoofers wired up, yeah. Rihanna will morph into Jodie Whittaker and you find out you're in the TARDIS. Oh no. That's certainly the right accent for it, isn't it? You're right, Commander. Fuck off. Oh, so we started watching this show on fucking Beeb that's not long ago got going. It's called The Traitors. Oh man, Claudia Winkleman
What can I do? You?
is the host of the show, and normally you see Claudia Winkleman at any other show, she's just a ball of hyperactive energy. And you see her on this, and they've got her trying to act like she's this like sullen, you know, like cruel fucking showmaster kind of thing. And it's just funny. But the premise of the show isn't bad. It's like somebody played Among Us and went, oh, I can make a TV series about that. So basically, they have 22 people turn up. 3 of them get randomly picked to be the traitors. And what happens is, throughout the day, they have to do stupid little, like, mini-games, basically. If they succeed, they add more money to the prize pot at the end, because if whatever side you're on, whether you're the faithful as they're called or the traitors, if you're either group, you get money, so everybody will want to perform well in the tasks to earn as much cash at the end. But the idea is that the people who are the so-called the faithful, if they can figure out who the traitors are, they can basically vote them off the island, so to speak. But the other side of it is the 3 traitor players. Every night they get to make a decision on who to kick off the show, because they get murdered in the night, and then basically they have to then just sit there and pretend that they're also obviously, you know, the innocent people. And it actually works so far. It's not been bad the first couple episodes. You see these little groups forming and all that. It's a great little social experiment. Seeing how people justify, because the faithful, as they call it, it's a terrible name for them, but they get to make a decision to kick somebody, but that's in a round table scenario, so everyone's just sat there basically giving out on each other, saying like, I think you're the traitor.
What are your orders, Skipper?
I'm gonna vote you off because when we did this thing, you didn't raise your arm at the right time. I think you're evil. And then when they get voted off, the person has to say whether they were a traitor or not, which is really good. Because they vote the first person off, and you just see them like going, "Oh my god, what have I done?" They like legit took it like they had just murdered this person. It's schlock, but it's entertaining schlock. And it's the usual, you know, collection of complete fucking numpties. Just, like, absolute fucking divs who don't know their arse from the hole in the ground.
Engaging target.
Who they just immediately start sizing each other up, just going like, "Oh, I think they're a traitor." What? Why? Because of the way they sat on the train. Fuck off. Get the fuck out. What are you talking about? You mentalist.
Waiting for orders. Position confirmed.
Yeah, I'm on TV, innit? Yeah, basically.
Here you go, moron.
Oh no, what's this? Oh, fucking Jodie's the best doctor ever. Wow, no man. You're lucky bro's in it. He'd be very upset with that. Oh god. What a dark time for one of sci-fi's oldest heroes.
Commander. Moving out.
A character that's been going since the fucking 1960s, and they just... They couldn't help but find a way to ruin it, and I don't know why. What did poor Doctor Who ever do?
Tango down.
What's this called? Found out last night you need to turn the operate locally off of doors on that mission. I was wrong. Oh, right, okay, so I'll have to load that up.
Yes, Commander.
And change one of the other settings. Okay, yeah, no worries.
Moving out.
Ah, you keep sending mechs toward me, motherfuckers. I'll keep killing them. Pokey mech, gonna catch 'em all.
Damage minimal.
Reet. Well, I think Trigger should absolutely rinse this fucking fire starter who's walked over and he scorched the paint on my assault mech. Oh, sorry, on my heavy mech. This isn't even the first time I've beat the crap out of the chests and reserves. I mean, realistically, there should be that bit where basically that I've got a rep with these lot. How many of your people have I killed? I can increase that number. I mean, chests and reserves must do good business off elsewhere, because every time they come up against me, they lose money. I suppose that could have been a fun mechanic in this, if they'd had something in the career mode where there might have been 2 or 3 other starter merc companies that you may have had a chance of encountering, and as you progress, they sort of had a little simulation in the background for how they were doing. You could have had some legit rivalries developing with these other merc companies. That would have been quite fun.
Yeah?
Well, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. It might have just turned into complete shit.
Move order received.
So you're making a quick reference card for some of your favourite infractions. A diligent commissar is a happy commissar. Oh god, when we do finally play whatever the shit show that it'll turn out to be, the most entertaining parts will definitely be you quoting quoting the handbook and executing people for minor infractions.
Waiting for orders.
As you said, I'm also waiting for the bit where Lewis like shouts, you know, blood for the blood god or skulls for the skull throne, and you just like, heresy! Just fucking put a bullet in the back of his head. Suffer not the witch to live.
Showing minor damage. What's up, Commander? Location confirmed.
Yeah, you'll have the actual book, so you'll just be sat there reading from it as you go along. Oh fuck, what the... Hold up. Ugh. Curses. Curses. False hope. Heard a noise, I thought it could have been the door. But it wasn't.
I'm gonna make some trash.
Hey, stop picking on my Lancelot.
Reporting. Major armor loss.
I know,
Skipper.
Oh, shit, that's gotta go. Yeah, SRM carrier's gotta get moided. Right, B and B.
I'm on him.
One LRM-20 and a LRM-5 should kill an SRM carrier, but apparently not. Okay. Baltic! Ah, the uplifting primer's comedy gold. Just love the blatant propaganda like, oh, the big orcs are the leaders. Don't worry, they're easy to kill, yeah? Yeah, basically the larger the target, the easier the kill, isn't it? It's the logic, it's so good. All the quotes from it that Culture's read out have just been brilliant. Whap, whap, whap. Boom, boom, boom.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Waiting for orders. Moving to position.
Yeah, that is going to be good though. The first time Lewis shouts something, it's just going to be into his going, and there's another kill. There's going to have to be like two. There's going to be like two fucking like running thing. Oh, what was that one? What the fuck is this? Wow, this is a hell of a. Wow, this bot had its shit together, didn't it? Hi. I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chat, bots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on, incredibly flexible, and convenient order management panel. Everything's in your hands. Turn it on, off, or customize. Go to dodgehype.com. Wow. Us is faulty. Also love that the primer describes as I'm sneaking around litany, which sounds counterproductive.
Armor's holding, Commander. Nothing to see.
Like a stealth litany. You have to announce that you're going around being sneaky. That's brilliant. Hey Totty, yeah, Skynet is indeed up to its old tricks again. Well, we can split fire. I don't really want to wank a load of energy fire though at over targets there. Have you been telling your guardsmen that the big orcs aren't easy to kill? I shall be forwarding a message to the Scholar to rectify that. I kind of hope the mod pack for this There Is Only War will add a few more sort of Tau things in the future, because it would be nice to
Right here.
have like a developing kind of threat of enemy units to encounter. A wasp and a wasp and... it's a filthy fire starter! Alright, we'll take A, B, and C. So, this is how we're going to work it. A and C are going to get PPCs. B is going to get the medium lasers and the SRM6.
Split and fire.
Kill 1. Kill 2. And screwed up that building next to him, but that wasn't the point. 2 kills. Well, I keep telling you, CR, there's a litany for everything. You find Darkseid so much easier.
They've got a lock on.
It's fucking funny. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, not my searchlight.
Okay.
Come on. Not my fucking searchlight. I need that. You know what, as well? You wanna be playing funny buggers with your fucking missile strikes. Well, guess what? I've got missile strikes as well, motherfucker. Yeah, there goes your left torso, bitch.
Reporting. Critical hit.
What do you think about that, eh? Huh? Huh? You think you're fucking special? I bet you think I'm gonna go for you, but no. Surprise! PPC's going to the 20-tonner.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
Unsettled? He feckin' should be.
Acknowledged.
And then the Orion's gonna walk up. The Orion's gonna walk up. Then who's he gonna kill? Who's he gonna kill? He's got 2 targets ahead of him. Thwap! He goes into the trebuchet. Ruins his fucking day. Now you don't have no torsos, and you're gonna fall over. He's taken 3 pilot ruins in 1 turn, which normally would be quite bad, but in this game, I don't know, just a mild headache. Hey, Omega Forge. Yes, I will make them go pop. Uzzati, what if we were able to tell the orcs that the orcs are easy to kill? How long before they start believing it? Yeah, under the weird orc belief in things like that, I suppose if you could convince the orcs that they are easier to kill due to certain things, they probably would start to believe it, which would then manifest. Yeah, that's the weird thing with the orc.
Giving them everything I've got.
With the green skin. Was it your favourite is the litany of the vacuum, as if they actually expect you to be able to recite it as you get dragged into the void. Oh, that's ace. That is so good. Oh man, the cult of the Emperor.
Reporting.
They got some weird ideas. That's an interesting 80-ton vehicle. I wouldn't say interested, I mean, please don't shoot me again. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, actual vehicles that can hurt. This is worrying. Yeah, this is... oh shit, there's a heavy vehicle, Lance. Ah, fuck. Okay.
Oh, crap.
I'm receiving you.
Okay, but we are... yeah, okay, need to actually focus on this one now.
Taking the shot.
The trebuchet will have to be dealt with. It's just lying there on the floor. That has to be checked. Okay, 45-tonner. Ow. Ow. Fuck off. Shooting by Warhammer. Alright, first things first. Let's try and get him sort of out of the way as best we can. Another great bit of the book is the illustration showing the proper way to scout from cover, and it's just a guardsman peeking around a corner. Oh, that's really good.
Taking the shot.
The cult of the four-armed emperor. You may find yourself hanging an interview rocket. I didn't say the four-armed emperor. When did I say he was four-armed? I said the cult of the emperor, right? Well, oh god, I'm stepping in it every time now. Oh shit, it's a rhino.
Engaging target.
Ah, I barely scratched his armor.
Affirmative, Commander.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that fucker's got like LRM 50. it will have to be a new priority target.
Receiving you.
Basically means I've basically got to pen the armor
You got it.
before I get a chance. The Emperor is armless. He is, Erwin. Oh, can we get away with it? No. Oh, damn it.
Sergeant.
I don't want to go overheat.
Commander.
King Wolf is my last best hope for peace. So if we go skiing.
Target locked.
Of course the AC-10 misses. Ah, piss off. Oh god, the left torso's gone. Fucking hell. Injury resisted.
Weapon system.
I don't know how long that'll help him though. He's probably going to get blown up. Okay, split target. That's fine.
Okay. That was a hard hit.
Oh god, the war. There's a good chance the Warhammer's going to fucking die. I might lose King Wolf here. Oh, sorry, not King Wolf. Hardcore. King Wolf. Because King Wolf used to be in the Warhammer all the time. If the tanks want to get into punching range and kicking range, that's fine. I can work with this. Because the Orion and the Awesome alone can probably stomp and kick their way to victory. I just really, really need this Manticore not... Oh, God. At least I didn't shoot him with a PPC. At least I've got the visual cover. But the Whammer has definitely got to get off... Basically get off the board.
Roger.
It's going to be an expensive repair of that Warhammer. Shit. While I was focusing the Rhino, I best keep up the pressure on hitting that vehicle. It's still got a lot of missiles. It's the one that's most likely to kill him. Of course, their one mech in Phase 2 is the one that gets to act. And gets to shoot him, of course. Just avoiding being knocked over as well. Just about. It's...
Ready for orders.
Alright, so he needs to basically get the fuck out. And... yeah, brace. The Awesome can't get into stepping range, but the Orion can. I was going to overheat anyway, so it's better if he just steps on the tank. Okay, one less tank to be firing this turn. Very good. Very nice. Very evil. Put the Awesome in the trees. Triple PPC mildly annoys the Rhino.
Good to go.
Apparently you can walk up and slap the Vindicator. Not something I particularly want to do though.
Moving out.
Move the Lancelot over there. Yep, we can get away with both larges and the Peep. Which is just as well because he missed with the first large laser. Don't know how he does that. Excuse me.
One less vehicle. Skipper.
And then Trigger can
Engage
dump
target.
everything he's got onto this fucking Manticore just to start the process of wearing that down. Okay.
Hey, I'm losing armor over here.
Oh, I'm losing arm over here.
I'm here.
No, oh, yeah, there we go.
I.
Yeah, I know you go overheat if you fire all your weapons. I know. Actually, go for the leg. You won't hit the leg. Right, now. Okay. It went after the longbow instead. Perfectly fine. Happy with that. Longbow's got armor for days. Right, don't screw this up with the most dynamic camera angle we've ever seen. Yeah, and the small laser, just for good measure. Yeah, yeah. It's a good idea.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Confirmed.
Oh, could return fire on the Vindicator. Now he's going to regret his decision to fight.
Aye, aye.
I mean, there's probably some heretic that thinks the Emperor is actually two squats wearing power armor. The Imperium's boonies are weird.
Locked on target. Ready for orders. Roger that.
Let's see. Oh, fucking AC-10 in this mod is cursed. It never fucking hits.
Critical hit, Commander.
It's such a rare occurrence if an AC-10 actually makes contact with the enemy. AC-20s have higher accuracy for some reason.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, your job is just to run away.
On my way. Double time.
With what's left of that Warhammer. Poor fucking thing.
Waiting for orders.
Been beaten 3 ways from Sunday.
Affirmative.
Haha! Got a jump jet.
Good.
And ejected. The smart choice.
Successful.
The last man on the field, being attacked by assault mechs and heavies, decides, probably want to live, I'll eject. The smart choice. Jesus, 52 hit points left on the CT, 29 on the side torso. Yeah, I mean, that Warhammer is... I'm surprised the pilot came out of it with no wounds, which is kind of surprising. Don't think there's any mechs here that I don't have parts of, so... A lot of crap. Just a shit ton of crap. Let's see, is there anything that I'm close to finishing here? Okay, we go Spider, we can sell that, and the Trebby, we can sell that. There we go. Right, Noah. Still, I wasn't surprised by the news of MWO, but it was good to see that they were, still doing something with MWO's resources. What little that team has at this point. The Hatchet Man isn't going to be setting the world on fire. It certainly isn't going to be anyone's first choice of medium. But you know what? It's one of those mechs that just has a rep. People like it. And they already did a lot of work porting it over, so why the hell not? Alright, so we need a replacement medium laser to go into the side torso. We need a machine gun. And we need a small laser. I need to repair that small laser as well. Replace that arm because that'll need a PPC and a heat sink going in there. Energy. Let's put an SLDF ER PPC in there. Oh yeah. And obviously they have a heat sink. Could put a double. Not worth it. And the ammo for the machine gun. That's the other thing we need. And yeah, that's 70 ton, and the rest of it just needs repairing. 236,000.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
That's a hell of a repair bill. And of course, we'll be leaving Yuri behind. We could head to our favourite boxing movie series. We could go to Rocky. Although Lions is a bit better as Comstar presence. We've got Inner Sphere level Civ. You know, might be able to pick up some better stuff there.
I've got the financial report.
Stop stealing my money, Darius, you bastard. The MechWarrior 5 DLC, I think it will be good for a stream for that 12-part campaign, probably a stream or two playing through it. But I'm not overly impressed with the amount, because they're gonna. The problem is PGI charge pretty much exactly the same amount for their DLC packs, regardless of the content of them. Whether it's a single new mech and some maps and a mission type, to one that is no new mechs with like some background mechanics, they still charge in with the exact same amount, like $15.99 or whatever, or like roughly half the cost of the base game for a single DLC pack. And when you look at the first one actually, at least they're not new in the sense, but they brought in a load of mechs from MWO into MechWarrior 5, gave you a lot more mech options as the timeline progressed. And then the one after it didn't add any new mechs, and then the one after that added one new mech and then a load of made-up mech variants. And then this one is now bringing in the Crusader with a mini campaign and another mission type. And from what I can tell, the mission type is pretty much a ripped off mission type from Coyote's mission mod, which is the one where you basically run in like a madfucker and scan the data that's being held in a secure location, and then you get the fuck out. And I think that's all they're doing. I think that's it. That's their entire mission structure. Is whenever they're building a DLC, is to go, what can we take? And they just go from there. Oh no, another one with the fucking B team. Oh, for God's sake. That was a weird beep I just heard in the background there. Yeah, we'll just go kill the local pirates instead. Oh, yeah, I always have to put Wedge and King Wolf back into the lineup for some reason. How you doing, by the way, Bambush Slump? There's also a few other weird things with this new DLC for Mech 5, the Rise of Razelharg. Okay, first issue with the naming convention. One, Razelharg never rose. Parent Unit 1 landed yesterday after 3 years. I don't know. I'm stupid. You'll have to explain that to me. But yeah, one, Razelharg never rose from anything. Razelharg just... Oh, your mother from Brisbane is visiting Krautland. Oh, right, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they were politically brought into existence. Yeah, Razelharg just existed one day because there was an agreement. And so there was no rise of Razelharg. So that's my first issue with the whole structure of this. The second then is that the campaign structure doesn't explicitly state, but I'm assuming is based entirely on the Ronin campaign, which actually would have been a more interesting name for the DLC to have called it the Ronin Wars. Because that was quite an intense series of battles. And it was an interesting Well, a kind of Curitan buffer state. So basically, because Comstar knew shit was going to happen soon with the clans, the one thing they needed to do was create a kind of bumper that would absorb a load of the damage that the clans were going to cause. Because Comstar knew it was going to go bad. They just weren't sure how bad it was going to go. So they realised that the last thing they wanted to have was Curitan and Steiner forces weakening each other on their borders. Instead, if their armies were more concentrated on the borders of Razelharg space, it would mean that when the clans did arrive, there'd be more forces that would be ready to attack. Meanwhile, Razelharg would just be a nice, soft, juicy target for the clans to attack, and it doesn't matter whether that state exists or not. Comstar really couldn't give a shit.
Moving out. Acknowledged.
But the whole Razelharg thing, there is an interesting little bit of narrative there that they could have played around with, and there are some interesting characters in that space that they could have brought out, but sadly they didn't. Then they've just gone with this weird idea of it being the rise of Razelharg. I don't know. Maybe that the narrative will no doubt be about the Ronin Wars, but it would have probably just been a better name overall. Okay, let's try and fuck this guy up early.
Engaging target.
That'll do it.
Enemy mech.
50% of your mech's firepower disintegrating in one barrage of fire.
Damage minimal.
Oh, she's staying for 9 weeks. Okay. Well, I suppose flying all the way from Australia shouldn't be a pop your head round the door and then fuck off again situation, should it? The Ronin Wars was just the right amount of edgelord to it as well. Well, yeah, the name is definitely... I think the name is definitely more memorable. I mean, you certainly... sorry, you certainly keep in memory the Ronin Wars more than the Rise of Razelharg. Or Rasselhaig. Or whatever the fuck people are going to call it. Rasselhagu.
Standing by. Copy that.
But it was a good little narrative anyway in the books, because you had the scenario where the normally very loyal and dedicated soldiery of the Draconis Combine, a group of them said, "No, fuck you. This is Curitan territory. We're not just handing it over because some space wizards told us that it would be a good idea. No, this is Curitan territory, and we're not leaving." Basically, and they in open defiance of the coordinator. And as much as as obviously the coordinator didn't want to do it, he had to basically give the order to say that, yeah, these guys are all traitors, and if they get killed, they get killed. That's just it. And in a way, those Curitan soldiers are right. It is still Curitan territory. It had been at that point for a very long time, so suddenly being told, "Oh, hand it over," you can understand why a lot of them suddenly went, "Nah, fuck that." And they got a lot of tanks in the spawn. This is actually a really believable pirate lance. Or pirate force. A couple of mechs spread about, but most of its force is tanks. So the intro to the campaign is just going to be the Fraggles theme. The FRR didn't come out so bad, am I wrong? That was the other thing. It then also felt completely pointless having Razelharg as a factor, because the end result was just they all get wiped out. So then it was like, well, why did you even bother writing them in if you weren't going to do anything with them? Ultimately, they just end up becoming, the Care Bear faction, anyway, so it's just stupid. They use it, I guess, for Tukiyid. Whether that was actually pre-planned or not, though, is I guess a different scenario. I honestly don't know whether that was already part of the writing or whether they just came up with the idea. Fucking pack rat.
Target confirmed.
Commander,
Where'd they get a bloody pack rat from?
order acknowledged.
So do you want our Lend-Lease mechs? Yeah, you disown them right now, young man. Okay. Oh, I've started. I may as well kill it. Take it off the board.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Pack rat, dead rat. Which is the Hair Bear bunch turned up and played American football with them, and the horny helmets simped for them. Well, that's one of the more cringy parts of the writing as well. It's like, well, the Ghost Bear, they turned up and they were really caring about the people that they were invading and taking, the freedoms away from, and because of that, they all immediately went, wow, these Ghost Bear clan guys who just turned up and attacked us and took all of our stuff, they're actually all right. They're nice guys. We like these guys. They're the kind of people who we want to be dominated by. I certainly wouldn't mind being dominated by them, if you know what I mean. It's really bad.
I got you.
It's just apparently everybody just the first time that the Ghost Bear turn up and pat them on the head, they just roll over and show their bellies. Oh, or don't worry, now we're going to be part of your empire. Like fucking hell. Hey, let's form the Ghost Bear Dominion. Bergen, and it's fucking stupid. They spend all this, the narrative, again, spends all this time going oh, these fucking Dracs, oh, the Ronin Wars, we're gonna get rid of these fucking Curetans who refuse to leave our new territory, oh, we're all fucking, we're all Razzle Hagios, oh, Scandi life and all this shit. And then the second some clanners turn up, they go, hello, my new lord, I will serve you now. How are you doing? Chicken in the clan pot. Fuck. It's just woeful writing.
Firing.
You said jump. How high do you want me to hop? Well, do you think that Razzlehog and Ghost Bear bonded over meatballs? I think so. I think that may have happened, Omega.
Copy that, Commander.
Don't worry, we're going to open an IKEA in the Dominion. In the Goose Bear Dominion. Bergen.
Target locked. Reporting. Enemy vehicle removed.
So Razzlehog's in fact Italian, I get it. Hey PFG, how you doing? At least they're not Clan Mary, I mean Clan Wolf, yeah. Oh, if it was Clan Wolf, everyone would be like, wow, they've got such good hair and beards. Even the women look attractive with beards and good hair. Wow, Clan Wolf are amazing.
Engaging target.
Orders.
Wow, Natasha Kerensky's in Clan Wolf. Ugh, I totally get fucking... I totally get pegged by her. Fuck off. So when the writers got one hand with the pen and the other hand on the dick when they're creating the stuff.
Yeah.
And then my favorite clan faction did this, and then my favorite clan faction were amazing, and then my favorite clan faction, and it happened with the Federated Sons. The Federated Sons are the bestest in all of the inner spheres because they've got a sword as their symbol.
Oh, you want some of this?
And and William Shatner is Hanser Davian, and everyone knows that William Shatner was the greatest Star Trek captain ever.
Light damage. Holding.
There's nothing that's it. Taurian envy showing. Nah, mate, don't worry. The Taurians, I can see where the Taurians make their fucking mistakes. The Taurians, I think from what I can tell, the Taurians are literally just supposed to be like the Wild West, like I don't know, like marshals or something like that. Oh god, the turrets. Oh Jesus. It's really harp on about how good their Ofsted score is. They have really good education. Look, they've got nothing else to show for it, okay? They're constantly terrified they're going to get invaded by Fedsons. The Fedsons, who I just said, are protected by the writers. They can do no wrong.
Commander. Location confirmed.
Essentially, though, what Razelhag did was they immediately dominated. Well, look, Master, more slaves for the lust pits, and just decided instantly that they were gonna just throw in with these bunch of fucking like genocidal fuckheads who turned up in their territory. They said, "Oh yes, you work for us now, Ghost Bears." You know how Warhammer has the Ultramarines as the Mary Sue faction, Battletech has Wolf, Ghost Bear, and the Fedsons. Yeah. They do. It's really bad. Happens at all things like that, yeah. As soon as there's a creative process involved, yeah, there's always... Somebody's going to take control of it with the writing, and then they're going to decide that, well, this faction is super cool because... Razelhag is full of Slanesh worshippers. That actually makes sense.
Yeah? What can I do you for? Piece of cake.
No, it's just... This is what me and the bros joke about Razelhag. They're just pointless.
Waiting for orders.
Like, the Tikhonov Commonality Armed Forces had more going for them. St. Ives Compact had more going for them.
Locked on target.
You know, at least the St. Ives actually got involved in some action. They were involved in larger political events going on in the universe. I still think it was bullshit the way they wrote them out. They just acquiesce and just rejoin Lao, and it's like, what? Why? Why would they do this? Why did they all of a sudden, after, you know, a little over a decade of being an independent state that was a protectorate of the Federated Sons, why did they suddenly just decide to go back to the Capellans? This doesn't seem like it would be a smart idea. It seems like the Capellans would probably be quite brutal to the populace that lived in those places. You know, reprisals and shit. But no, apparently the Capellans were like, nah, it's alright, no, we were okay, we'll just let you.
Firing.
We'll just let you take over again. Whatever. Does it Transformers has Beast Wars? You know what, man? Beast Wars wasn't even the one where they really properly wanked over it and just had their own like writers just going crazy with it. I think unfortunately there are too many so-called fans who think Beast Wars is really, really good when actually it's just really, really bad.
Copy that, Commander.
The series where the writers went really stupid with Transformers was the third one after the movie, where they decided that lots of the characters were now no longer worthy of being mentioned. Like, you know, some of the classic characters that have been there from the very beginning. Now it was just the fucking King Biscuit Power Hour Adventure Time with fucking Rodimus Prime and Ultra Magnus and Springer and RC. It's all just the fun adventures that they have. What about all the other characters? Yeah, the Decepticon roster dropped to like 3 characters. It was all just the stuff from the films. The third series doesn't even really exist as far as I'm concerned.
Receiving you.
It ends after the movie, and that's pretty much it.
On my way.
They end the war.
Target acquired.
There's a promise that Prime will come back at some point. The end. There we go. It's done.
Turret destroyed.
Yes, Commander.
That horrendous Beast Wars thing just doesn't make sense.
All right, let's move.
Uriel Godfire, and every writer does Capellans dirty. That's true. Yeah, yeah. Capellans are very, I think, unfortunately, mischaracterized. There are a lot of like bad guys in the upper echelons of the Capellans, but I don't think every single Capellan should be written to basically be a mustache. Well, a Fu Manchu mustache wearing like villain, who is like have no morals and they're just evil for no particularly good reason. They just are. Beast Machines was worse. Any Transformers thing that has Beast in the name is definitely going to be bad.
Aye, aye.
Badmouth Lord and Saviour Saint Bay. Oh god. Oh, it's dirty, no man. You enjoyed it because it was simple, seal hand-slapping level of entertainment. Sorry, BFG. Can we clarify what was? Are you talking about like the Bay movies, or are we talking about Beast Wars? Sorry. Sorry, sneeze. Coming out of nowhere there. Oh my fucking eye. Ow, 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 pressure. Oh, there we go. Okay, well I miscalculated that.
Enemy structure damage, Commander.
There's no enemies left. We could just airstrike the fucking buildings. We could have the dropship fly over and blow it up. Why? I could get Tigger to fire one of his tree melting ordnance rounds or something at it.
Acknowledged. That turret is gone.
Oh, Beast Wars base just I don't know. I could never bring myself. Every time I saw it, I just.
Coordinates received.
Every time it was like the tagline is Transformers, robots in disguise, and every single time I go back to be like, why do they turn into fucking animals as a disguise? It's not like what the fuck was the evil Megatron knockoff, and that was like fucking Donkey Tron. I don't remember what it's called. But would he walk past the gorilla in its robot mode? Sorry, in its Transformer, would he walk past that and go, huh, there's a gorilla? You know, lacking fur, being the wrong size, being made of metal. Oh, is that not like counterproductive to the whole disguise element? There's additional pirate force now. Oh, okay. Whee! What the fuck? That little like pole just fired up into the sky.
What's up, Commander?
Okay, that was a bit weird.
Moving to position.
Bay movies are dick slapping. Oh god. That's not wrong. They are bad. They are really terrible.
Good shot, Commander.
They're trash for trash sake. There's no other reason for them to exist. It's just trash.
Confirmed.
I don't want to use LRM ammo on the building, so we're gonna brace this one. You can only think of Maximilian Lau was the only non-shady one. The rest of them need to stop shitting on my lawn. Yeah, I think it's nowadays people would say it's like a racist portrayal of sort of China, of a certain idea and outlook of China, but I think it's a product of its time. I don't think it was particularly personally racist, but the Capellan sort of setup or the outlook on the Capellans as a faction usually are quite negative. I know every setting needs villains, of course, but I think the universe was big enough that you could have had plenty of actual villain characters out there without having to resort to stereotypes. Same thing happened with the Kuritans. What are the two most dominant parts of Kurita's apparent social makeup? Japan and Russia.
Standing by. Roger.
But yeah, what are the Beast Wars? What are they transforming for? What's the point?
Taking the shot.
Or why didn't they just, look like vehicles and shit. As soon as they realized, oh, there's no intelligent life on this planet, thus we don't need to, you know, take on forms of the local fucking fauna. That should have been the point where they went, right, well, time to sort this shit out. We'll just, you know, stay in robot mode the whole time. Save on energon. We don't have to keep transforming. We don't have to get regular infusions of fucking energon crack or whatever it is.
Engaging target.
What's it? Oh, and Tuggies, because apparently every Indian's part of a death cult by their logic. Hell yeah.
Receiving you. Location confirmed.
That's one of the things I actually liked about this game. When you speak to the Capellan mercenary broker, she's actually a much more like down-to-earth character who even says that, you know, the people in charge sometimes aren't the best people for the job, and that she's just trying to, you know, make sure that everything goes smoothly. And that's decent. That's pretty good. Better writing by suggesting that her, you know, her character isn't like some kind of raving fucking lunatic.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Oh, where, Skipper? So Marek's always been the one that's confused me the most. I think it's supposed to be like South American, but now I've seen a lot of artwork that makes them look Indian, but then they have this weird kind of Roman
That hit something good.
style Senate. It's a weird mix. This is, the premise of Beast Wars was that they crashed on a planet that had dangerous levels of energon or whatever, and they had to use their beast forms or they'd fritz out or some such. Oh god. I know, taken out of it, it's a toy line, and the toys are, they turn into like fucking poodles and shit, but at least the original cartoon made in the cocaine infused days of the 80s at least made as much sense as to say, okay, what are they? They're alien robots. Okay, what are they here for? War. How do they go about it? They turn into trucks and cars and jets and stuff because we can sell them. At least there was more of a plausible writing sort of setup going on here. I don't know. It's just bad.
I'm here.
I guess it also doesn't help when the characters apparently... Remember, apparently, prior to their arrival on the planet, we have to assume that the leader of the good guys, his name was actually Optimus Primal. For some reason, that was his name. Coincidental, some might say. Or that there was, I think one was called Cheetor, so it's lucky that he turns into a cheetah when, you know, when they do have their alternate forms designed. Because that would have been awkward if you turned into, like, I don't know, like a fucking hippo or something, wouldn't it, you know? That would have been a difficult sell. It was Optimus Prime's furry period. Luckily, they didn't actually decide that that was just Prime in a different form. That this was a different guy who was also very tiny. Like, even by robot standards, these guys were small. I think they're smaller than, like, Rampage and Frenzy and stuff. They're smaller than Minicons.
Moving to position.
Because I think that the small forms were better for conserving energon or some reason like that. I mean, at least that's plausible, I guess. You know, smaller amount of energy use, lower footprint. You know, they don't have to. They basically don't have to run hydroelectric generators as long to, I don't know, stop themselves from shutting down or what do they call it now? They came up with a specific name for it when it happens to them. In universe, shit, what was it called?
Firing.
Supposed to be the bullshit reason for why they could all be basically stasis lock. That's it. Yeah, because a lot of robots don't ever actually die in the Transformers universe. Usually they'll just be in stasis lock where they no longer have enough energon to activate, so they just kind of power down, so they're almost in a dead-like state. You know, it's only in the movie where they basically suggest that you basically have to shoot one of them so much or blow their head clean off to actually kill them fully. Which why it didn't make any sense that when Gears gets shot in the shoulder once by a fucking Constructicon, he just dies from it. Unless... Oh, it wasn't Gears, oh, sorry, Brawn. Unless Brawn was carrying like a shitload of fucking energon in his left shoulder when he got hit, I don't know exactly what it is that killed him. Because, I mean, he's smoking. He gets hit there and there's a lot of shit pouring out of that shoulder wound. Alright, Prowl I can buy. He got shot in the chest, and then it caused an internal fire.
I'm receiving you.
Which just burnt his innards. It's quite fucking brutal, not gonna lie, as a kid. That scared the shit out of me.
Aye.
Especially since Prowl was one of the characters I really liked. I mean, let's face it, Prowl didn't exactly do much
Reporting critical.
in his time in Season 1 and Season 2. But he looked cool. He turned into a cool police car. But to him to get shot, and by the way, he gets shot once, and the reasoning is supposed to be that the hit actually ricochets from inside him back out through the front again. That's why he has 2 holes in his chest. And it causes the fire that kills him outright. That's fucking horrifying. All of this while hair metal plays, obviously, in the background of Instruments of Destruction. Ratchet, yeah, just gets Swiss cheesed, as does Ironhide. But Ironhide is so fucking badass, that doesn't kill him. No, he has to literally have his head blown off by Megatron at point-blank range.
What can I do you for?
Lancelot headbutto technique. What was it? Oh, no, it's kick. Oh, okay. Wow, it really didn't do that much damage. I was expecting more.
Receiving you.
Okay. Wild swing with the PPC arms there. Probably not what the manufacturer had stated should be done with those things.
Tango is trash, Skipper.
Overall, though, I actually respect the writers at the time. When you think about it at that time period, that they decided to do something that was a bit more mature with their cartoon, and that was killing off characters. There was the cynical angle, of course, that it was, you know, to sell toys, which is true, but no other cartoon had ever really done that. And some might say that it backfired with the fact that it caused a lot of children at the time to leave the cinema crying because, yeah, Optimus Prime just died. It was a big deal, but it was a pretty bold move on their part.
Engaging target.
And yeah, they Goku'd it in the end, where basically, oh no, don't worry, he's not dead. He's just, you know, he's sleeping. He's just having a sleep for a while till he comes back. Quick, we gotta write something to bring him fucking back. He's dead.
Target marked. One less structure. Commander.
Apparently, they were gonna do the same thing with G.I. Joe. I think they were gonna kill Joe himself. They were gonna like wipe him out. But after the result of the the Transformers movie thing with Optimus, they went, "No, we won't be doing that now. We're just gonna change that." So there was a small chance that instead of Optimus Prime dying, it would have actually been G.I. Joe himself dying, and yeah, maybe, I don't know if kids would have left in droves if his character had been killed. Was he as popular? Optimus will return a different colour next Christmas season. Yeah.
Commander? Confirmed.
I just need the mechs that can go up a hill a bit to see a turret. There we go. End the mission! Please, don't make me go to the extract. There we go. They thought it was more sporting than just release Joe into the care of the VA. The fucking, yeah, the post. The post-season was being cared for by the Veterans Association, yeah. Or lack of care for the Veterans Association. Okie dokie. Does that say I've got 3 parts, but it doesn't say I have any complete though, which is strange. Don't have any parts of an RBR90, so that can go in the collection. Reet. You can save Optimus by collecting the figurine this Christmas. Yeah. Well then, because they'd written themselves into that particular hole, then they had to come up with some bullshit like, oh, how do we bring him back? Okay, so we'll do another harrowing episode where he gets resurrected by evil aliens who try to use him to kill the Autobots, except he overrides the mind control at the last minute and flies the ship he's piloting into the evil aliens, killing them all, which is fine. That's pretty cool. But then you end up in a scenario where... Oh, I need the K, apparently. Neither of these really matter, so sell it. So then he's dead again. So it's like, okay, so you brought him back and he's dead. And then they retcon that later on because someone went, what are you doing, you fucking moron? Don't kill him again. That's the whole reason we brought him back, was so he wasn't, you know, causing us to get shit. So then they come up with a thing like, oh no, when his ship collided, he ejected or something. Bear in mind, in this particular episode, his face has been hit, so his eye is mostly exposed. One of his arms has been blown off, and he's got severe damage to his body. But he's still going. But in the next episode after that, where he returns, he's now completely intact and repaired, just floating in space, heading toward a sun. He gets rescued by some human, space explorers or something. I can't remember exactly why they're there, but they find him and they drag him back on board their ship. And some bad guy from earlier in the season plans on using him, because everybody apparently apparently everyone knows how to reprogram Cybertronians. But then that doesn't end up happening, and then an evil space virus gets released. Basically, evil spores that make everyone angry. And the only one who can solve it is Prime. So they have to take him to the evil aliens that resurrected him the last time, but get him to basically make them revive him so he can save them all. And the way he's saved is they coat him in a special metal that they discovered on a planet that the spores don't affect. So that's why you have... Did anyone ever see the little white Optimus Prime toy that you could get? So you had the traditional red and blue and silver one. They did an all-white one. That's him when he has the metal on his body that protects him from the spores. That's all that's for. And that is then how they set up Optimus Prime returning. They kill Bumblebee and then resurrect him as Goldbug. Can't remember why they do that. They just fucking do. And then the Decepticons are just kind of... They're now gone. They're not even on Cybertron or on the moons anymore. They're just away. And then it sets up for that weird period in the final, the Headmasters bit, where then Prime is physically looks different again in the Headmasters thing. It's very weird. No, not the one in a white hood. Not that Wonder Man. Oh, that Flashman looks good though, doesn't it? Look at that. Commonly called a flashbulb by mech warriors. Oh, fucking Philistines, all of them.
Good to go. Commander? Commander?
None of you have got enough XP to level up a single skill. Oh, only Trigger. Only Trigger over here. Eh?
Training complete.
Trigger's the only one who's been putting in the effort to fucking level up. Oh, here we go. Wedge has gotten a bit of XP. She's got tactics now. She's learning. She's an adaptive AI system. She's a learning computer. Ambush convoy, assassinate. See some payroll. Fucking training day again. Unwelcome trespass. What the blue shit is this? 1.1 million. We're tracking a Davian Lance operating on Dromini within a region we control. Okay, you don't. We're on a Lyran world, but okay. We only have a recon lance available to intercept and we need a combat lance to support. This is where you come in. Intercept this force and destroy them. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fucking clown car. Absolute shit show. I'm calling it now. Or the Davian Lance is gonna be so fucking OP. It's gonna be hilarious. No, the post-it bastards still even available. They on strike. What's going on? How did I get my foot around that? There we go. I was taught by the fucking Postman Pat cartoon that these guys were punctual, got their fucking shit together, and always turned up on time. Postman Pat lied to me. Also, Postman Pat never went on fucking strike. Then again, what did Postman Pat ever have to complain about? He lived in the most idyllic part of rural country England ever. Oh fuck! Oh, I thought the stream went off for a second there. Again, Pat got a bit weird later on. He had a helicopter. Where the fuck where are they getting the funding for that? Does the Royal Mail deliver a lot by helicopter? Pat was a dirty bastard that was shagging the entire village. That puts a different spin on it. I don't actually know what this is doing now. This is a bit odd. Oh, there we go. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat is a dirty shagging twat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, Pat's a really dirty, horny man. Postman Pat goes on strike, the lost episode.
Command interface initiated.
Everybody knows his bright bell end. So I'm certain Pat was blackmailing the villagers after reading all their mail before delivery. he's had all the dirty secrets. Taid. Commander, my superiors have sent me to provide support. No, we're supposed to support you. That was the mission. Not even a lance. They didn't even drop a lance of fucking snakes. It's just 3. The Legion of Vega. What's this Skaven shit? You can never be sure whether black male. Oh, fucking. Oh, give me the opportunity to start next to an enemy mech, and the cunt just fucking swan dives his ass out there. Oh no, there is a lance. What they got? They've got Cicada, Locust, Phoenix Hawk, Spider. I mean, to be fair, I did say it was a recon lance, and that's about as recon as you can get, isn't it? Really, so I'll give him that. Fucking hell, Thunderbolt! Christ. Where the knock, ring, blackmail through your door.
Try aiming next time. See what
Better
you
than
get.
Fireman Sam, let's face it.
Good to go.
Fireman Sam was fucking boring.
No problem.
Had way too like upbeat energy as well for its intro, didn't it? It was like a little. There was even a little guitar riff at one point, if I remember in the intro. It's like, well, so somebody's getting a bit ahead of themselves here. It's fucking Fireman Sam. Fireman Sam's gonna ram your mam. You know, did it. Welsh accents will do it too.
Right here.
Go on, Norman, you silly bastard. I never really like
Consider it done.
picked up on the Welsh accents when I was little. Like other than the fact that, you know, that the place was called Pontypandy, which I'm surprised they still kept that name. I'm surprised it wasn't, you know, called out for being racist to Welsh people, wasn't it? Despite the fact the microwaves over there are called pop-de-pings, but yeah. Pop-de-ping. Because I'm supposed to believe that apparently in the Welsh language they didn't have the word micro or wave separately, so they just had to come up with pop-de-fucking-ping. It's like, are you having a bath? What's this all about? Welsh Darth Vader would have been more frightening. Oh, definitely. Welsh Vader would have been pretty fucking intimidating.
Affirmative.
I can't do a particularly good Welsh accent, unfortunately, but I can hear like Welsh Vader going on in my head. It's pretty good. Several letters were sent in complaint. It's just they were written in Welsh, so no bugger could read it. Yeah,
Yes, Commander.
they all just sat there going, "Stupid Cymru bastard."
Acknowledged.
Fucking plaid Cymru come around here, bitching at us about our fucking Fireman Sam show. Fuck 'em. That's what we say.
Scored a critical hit.
I scored a critical hit. Hit. Oh shit, that's why the third that's why the Donegal cards are after me. Now what you been saying there? You've been making fun of our fucking accent. What are you doing? You cunt.
10-4.
Oh, okay. The death of a thunderbolt. Yes, Legion of Vega. No. Gracious, yes.
Orders. Coordinates received.
Oh. Goblin tank. Best name for a tank ever.
Vehicle destroyed.
See the little goblin. Ah yes, the spider. The least intimidating light mech to ever appear on the field. Whoa, what the fuck? Way, ho. Sorry, he what? He went internal straight away on the arms?
Yes, Commander.
Well, shit. That fucking changes the complexion. See its little treads. Oh, I'm glad I did that as an aim shot. If you shoot the arm with my fucking longbow, I'm gonna be upset. Legion of Vegas would feel like more of a gamble. Yeah, right. That's it. I'm putting it all on red. Yeah, well, we're not going to go quite that mad. We're just going to fire both the LM20s. The Phoenix Hawk has been marked for death. It didn't hyperlink that, Naman. For whatever reason. Oh, God, really? Fucking headshot. Headshots in this game.
Engaging target.
Yeah, see the little goblins, see the little treads, and the little chewy woos popping out the heads. Hey, yeah. Oh my God. There's a locust over there. No! No! Absorb! Absorb! Absorb the damage! Soak it all in. Ow! There's so many SRMs.
Warning. Armor low.
Ready to get it on.
Hearing noises outside again. Think, oh, I did. Yeah. Fucking someone moving their bin. Catch fire bringing your bin in. I want that. Want to see this Royal Mail delivery van. Delivery van. Fiddle diddle diddle. I miss Catchphrase. Fucking love that show. I miss game shows in general. I miss just being able to sit down and watch a game show. The death of Challenge TV was the worst thing. Challenge TV was the laziest fucking television channel that ever existed. But where else were you just being able to stick on a fucking 10-hour rerun of the Wheel of Fortune? Eh? Nowhere else. Nowhere else was going to do that for you. Oh God, there's a dropship that's about to land on my position. Ah, it's good, but it's not right. There's some wholesome shit going on with that, you know? It was great. Some game shows were ass, of course. Well, that's fine. I mean, you know, Challenge TV was great. One of the times I was ill, that's what we watched. We saw The Interceptor. I'd never seen that show before. It was horrendous. It was so fun. On another occasion, late night, when we watched an episode of Catchphrase, and the clue was clearly fruits of the earth, because it was, you know, the picture with you know, like grass and then the dirt on the ground, and there was all these fruits. I think it spelled out the word fruit or fruits in the form of insects. I think of worms. And the stupid bitch said underground fruit. I was at that point, I knew they had to die, you know? It was one of those moments. It's like, you what, love? Sorry, did you say underground fruit?
That's a kill.
There's great moments like that. I know it's a hostile drop zone. I want to move my mechs off that. This is going to get real fucking ugly real quick as well, because as soon as they drop, they're going to be right up behind me. Not going to be a fun first turn.
Engaging target. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Underground fruit like potatoes. You know what? If it looked like something like that, that would have been great. But it was clearly supposed to be fruits of the earth. And she said underground fruit. But the worst one was Wheel of Fortune. And I mean the UK Wheel of Fortune. Not the American one. Where the clue said, blank marks the spot. One of probably the most common phrases that anyone has ever seen and would attribute to pirates and treasure. X marks the spot. We all know it. We've all heard it. Hell, we've probably even used the phrase at some point in our lives. And this stupid cow,
Report one less vehicle.
fucking with a straight face, says Y marks the spot.
Move order received.
At that point, reality should have folded in on itself, and we should have all just been destroyed there and then, because what the fuck, right? Y marks the spot.
Hostile removed.
Even the host... Oh god, I think my longbow's dead. Oh no. Oh, phew, I'm lucky. Darius, you didn't warn me as shit, you fucking... cum guzzling bitch. You didn't fucking say anything about this enemy... Oh god, no. Not a Shadowhawk. We haven't had a Shadowhawk for so long, and now all of a sudden there's one. It's just here to make Kulsh's life miserable. Because I'm going to have to kill it. Wow, that... What the fuck? The Locust just shot his leg off. You need a Wheel of Fortune bounce around. You need something like that. I couldn't believe it. Me and Kat just sat there just go, what? Did she just say... What? It was like a triple take. Even the host was just going, no, that's not the right answer. At the point where even he has to kind of just accept that there's no hope for humanity. This is it right here now. This woman from Berkshire, or whatever fucking part of Middle England that she's from, who didn't apparently know the phrase X marks the spot. And I know there's an allowance to be able to say, like, well, they're on TV and there's lights and there's cameras and all that other probably frazzled. No, just stupid. Just from the gene tanks, they were just bred to be dumb. That's the only logical explanation here.
Engaging physical attack.
Fuck you, Centurion. Sure, computer. I say no.
Damage detected.
Stop making that noise. There we go.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, it's...
On my way.
But that, you know, I wouldn't have seen that without Challenge TV. I need Challenge TV back in my life. I need a show where I can feel superior to the people who are on television to make up for my own shortcomings. So I can laugh at them when they get a question wrong.
Commander.
And I can pretend I knew the answer the whole time.
Location confirmed.
Bradley Walsh trying to ask a question about Fanny. Kemler was the funniest. Was that on oh, it's the one. Is it The Chase? Is that what it's
I'll
called?
make them dead.
Where they basically have like a person sat at the top of the thing and like looking down on the competitor.
I get you. On the move.
The dumber the contestants, the less money you have to give away. True. It's true. It's all part of it. It's all part of that wonderful mass marketing. Find stupid people, get them to answer questions. Okay, so oh, can we only have 3 targets? Oh, this is depressing. I wanted him to take a shot at everybody. Okay, well, Alpha gets the AC-10. Bravo... Oh, okay. Oh, apparently not. What the fuck? Oh, because his line of sight's broken. Well, there's no point in doing multi-shot then. Just give him all guns.
I'm receiving you. 10-4.
No. Somehow she managed to get all of the LRMs to just fire into the fucking ground. Australia's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire got caught with a memo. Get harder questions, dumber contestants. I think that's brilliant. You don't have a successful show if you're giving away $1 million every episode, right? So, of course, you want to give away a bit of cash, but not all of the cash. And dumber contestants means more entertainment, right? That's what you want. The vetting process needs to be like, see this brick? Yeah. How much of it can you eat? And then you watch them try and nibble on the brick. I mean, that once you've established that the person is really that fucking stupid, you're golden. It's the same when they do those fucking what is it called? Like the Simon Cowell one where Pop Idol or whatever it's called. But basically, you know, they did the vetting process for the contestants, the hopefuls who go before the judges and they sing some song. Obviously, they have those people vetted by another group who are off camera, and they listen to them sing terribly, and they go, they're bad, but they're not like, you know, TV bad. And then there's the people who are actually good. They, you know, like they get earmarked. Yeah, they're going to go forward. And then you get the really terrible people who have just got the worst personality to be on television, and they're the ones that get put in the judge because we want to see them fail. We want to see them, like, you know, we want to see their hopes and dreams get utterly shattered. Oh, what's this? What's this, man? Heard someone complain that they didn't take history when asked when did the War of 1812 start. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, tone deaf, but you have a story. Cracking vetting. Yeah, that's the other one. That's like, well, you can't sing very well, but you've got a bit of a heartbreaking story, so we'll put you on the show. Or you sing terribly, and your heartbreaking story is actually more entertaining if we were to laugh at you for it. So you're definitely going to go in front of the judges, who years ago were obviously told, be absolute human pieces of shit. Step on their dreams.
Move order received.
Because that's what's going to make the early parts of the show entertaining.
Mech.
It's cruel, but I mean, it's the modern version of the gladiatorial arena, isn't it? We paid, you know, we used to pay to see blood. Now we pay to see people crying. That's what we want to see. We want to see people just get an absolute shit ton of of criticism laid on top of them and then dunked on.
Standing by.
I don't know why you did this. You're awful at it.
That hit something good.
So did her accent change again? Did she go Scottish for that?
Affirmative.
Wow, he just punched him with the missile pods of the longbow. That's kind of funny. Killed by a spider.
Mission.
Well, it was rough for them. He didn't mind Cal being a cunt. It was his money. Used to enjoy masking parents when they'd encourage their kids that were that bad. Yeah. It was the same. Do you remember the early seasons of Hell's Kitchen, where Gordon Ramsay would be just fucking evil? Like he would just be the most unpleasant man in the kitchen, because we didn't really want to see the show for the purposes of you know, who was the better chef in the kitchen. We just wanted to see Gordon Ramsay basically give out a bunch of fucking idiots. The fuck is that? Fucking mowing his lawn. The hell? Next door neighbours are weird. The grass isn't even fucking growing. It's too cold for it now. But I remember there was some cracking episodes of the early one, like because you get some of the customers at the restaurant bringing their food back to the past, you know, say, oh, this is cold or this isn't cooked well, and he'd just tell them, it's fine, fuck off. He'd just tell the customer to like go, yeah, basically go sit and spin. That was great. That was probably more realistic than it was. And nowadays, if you watch a Hell's Kitchen, like Ramsay will he'll shout at them, he'll get a bit annoyed, but he won't really go at them like he used to. You know, you'll never, like nowadays, you'll never get one where he shouts at a guy and shouts, "Donkey, piss face," like right in the fucking, up close to them. With it basically going, no, I think of you. I think you're a fucking toilet, basically. You don't get that now. Did you see the Mitchell and Webb sketch about kitchen nightmares? Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Right, repair all.
Logged and noted.
Oh, okay. Bit of a weird one this week. No like major gains, no new mechs or anything like that. So mainly just kind of moving around. Finally ended up on a profit, over 9 million. In the long term, not too bad. Not too bad. Set up a Jesus, how much? 2.1 million for the med bay. 436,000. 200. All right, the library. The library. I'm more than happy to pay for the library. You can have that. I don't know why we have to pay more in the upkeep for it. It's fucking bucks. Oh, Reforged got first big update. Okay. Right. Well, you know what, folks? I'll have to leave you with that one. I'll go get myself something to eat. I'll probably make myself another brew. I imagine the bro will be wandering around at some point, looking to cause all kinds of mayhem and destruction. But thank you everybody who was here today. This obviously includes Mighty Kulsh, and we've got Arachnash, and BFG, and Skymaster, Chappie, Dragonburn, Hard, Drapsnat, Dung Grizzly, Einfak, Erwin, Evenio, Hot Steve, Lanonda Plume, Lurks, Naman, Omega Forge, Please Don't Shoot, Tinnerif, Von Grunk, Ziffam, and Zeister. I'm sure some of those are bots. But if you're not bots, thank you for joining. If you are bots, hey, thanks. Let's LRM 15 to a better damage to weight ratio. You might be able to upgrade the LRM 5s to 10s and get more LRM output in the longbow. Yeah, I might see. If I can do some weight saving on it. Maybe get some upgrades that might allow me to upgrade those at some point. But yeah, have a good one, everybody. Not sure what we're streaming tomorrow. No particular plan in motion. We haven't seen a Davros all this week since Sunday, so I'm not sure if he's out of action, so that could change what we end up streaming. Could be another Demio run, it could be a different game, I don't know yet. We'll have to see, play it by ear. Alright, see you, Hot Steve. Oh, and thanks for watching the Galtor vid. Let me know what you think. But yeah, have a good one, everybody. And yeah, thanks for joining. Bye-bye! There we go.